Hey, we got the Harris Wall sticker. Welcome up.
Real quick, I just want to say that I heavily agree with what you said about neutrality in the classroom. I think that's a brilliant standpoint, and as an ed major, I agree with that. Before I get to like the nitty gritty, go dogs, horns down. Anybody? Yeah, yeah.
We
All
can
right.
agree. We should just stop. We agreed way too much. You're creeping me out, man.
My bad. So I'm going to talk about some gun control stuff. Do you mind if I give you some statistics first?
Yeah, fine.
All right, awesome. So in the United Kingdom, there was the Dunblane Massacre in March 13th, 1996. It was a school shooting. 17 people were killed, 15 were injured. Following that massacre, it is probably the biggest massacre in UK history, involving schools specifically. There was a ban on all handguns. Since then, there's been no school shootings in the UK, and it averages 28 firearm homicides a year. In the United States, there are 39,707 gun deaths in 2019 alone. The average of one gun-related death every 11 minutes. In 2023, there were 346 school shooting incidents in the U.S. So far, there have been 385 mass shootings in 2024, and a mass shooting is defined as an incident in which 4 or more people are injured or killed. Why are you pro-Second Amendment, and can you give me your stance on that?
Great. So I just want to make sure I can know where you're coming from. Do you believe owning a firearm is a right or a privilege?
I believe it's a privilege. I'm going to go with that.
Okay, so then you do not believe in the Second Amendment as it is written.
No, I believe it needs to be amended. I believe in a ban for guns.
Okay, so that's where we disagree, and that's okay. We have clarity but not agreement. I believe that the right to protect yourself and your family against a tyrannical government or a home invader is an inalienable right that must be protected and that no one can take it away. Now, and that's okay. We have clarity on that. Now, let's go through why I believe that and some clarifying statistics.
Yeah.
Everything you said is true, but one part of it is misleading. Is that, yes, there are about 30,000 gun deaths a year, or death by firearm, but 2/3 of them are death by suicide.
Yes, yes.
Right? So it's a little misleading to say 30,000 or even every 11 minutes. And so there's some people that say, well, it's easier to commit suicide if you have a gun in the house. You and I would both agree, though, that if someone is committing suicide with a firearm, there's other underlying issues. The firearm is secondary.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's a reason. Thank you for agreeing
Absolutely,
with that.
yes.
Okay, so therefore that gives you about 10,000 gun deaths a year. The vast majority of those are gang-related in about 10 cities across the country. Not excusing it, but there's other underlying factors associated with it. Now, let's get into what our position is, those of us that believe in the Second Amendment. We fully acknowledge that when you have liberty, that you're going to have sometimes undesirable outcomes. For example, there are 50,000 people a year that die in auto fatalities, and it's tragic. However, no reasonable person would come up to the mic and say, let's ban driving.